And a nice lead-in for our first guest too, who's been working as a soigneur with a Huon-Genesys team. He's also weaved his magic on riders in every Sun Tour since about 1992, priming the success of guys from Gerrans through to Impey and Port. So welcome to Greg Nunn.
Thanks, Ed. Great to be here.
I could add Froomey in there as well, just to drop yet another name.
On.
He'd be nothing without you.
Drop another name, that'd be great.
Many decades in the sport.
Yes, I've been around the bikes since 1974 when I was a young fella. So.
Wow.
What, when you were 18?
Yeah. Stepped on from there, yeah.
Where's the passion come from for the sport?
Just mainly, I've been to the bikes with my father, started the bikes through Dad, and just up in Ballarat, and just got the bug from there on and haven't looked back since then. Just been riding bikes, doesn't matter what sort of bike it is, I've had to go with pretty much everything. Yeah.
And still in an exciting phase of your career doing some work with Huon-Genesys.
I am, yes.
The guys with the fish out the back of
one,
there.
with the fish, yes.
Yes, the boys, yeah.
Yeah, been working with the boys for the last couple of years. It's been great. They've had quite a bit of success in the last couple of years. #1 team in Australia for the last couple of years in a row. So the boys are going well. So
we had Pat Shaw on last night. He was giving us the rundown on the team, but they seem to be winning everything. Yeah,
Paddy's pretty much our team captain on the road. He's got plenty to say to the boys when they're doing things right and wrong, so he lets them know what they should be doing and when they should be doing it.
You must love it sending your chickens forward into the big teams. Nathan Earle's just been signed to Sky.
That was a big coup. Nate's going to the #1 team in the world. It's great to see. He's had another big year again this year with us, so he's finished off the year with us and step up in the big league next year.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? As I said last night, it's great when I was in Europe, it's great to have these feeder teams now, like Steele Van Hoff and Nathan Haas. They went to Garmin 2 years ago.
Yeah, another one at two of our boys that have gone across. They had a couple of big wins and stepped up in the big league also. So it's great to see.
Do you feel like being exposed to all these really, really talented domestic riders means that your standard for good domestic riding is so high? Are you hard to impress?
Yeah, that's the thing. With all these guys making the next step, Andrew Chrissy Johnson's such a great mentor for these boys. He knows he can spot the kids and looks after them and brings them up through into the national scene. And there's a lot nowadays. The national scene is looked upon by the world managers as quite high. So.
We're certainly overrepresented in the Pro Tour. Australian riders and the men are just doing so well.
Yeah, it is. It's just gone to another step in Australia with the national series and things like that. So
we saw an incredible performance from Chris Froome last night. What was your impression when you worked with him?
Froome, he's a nicest guy. He was very quiet, very polite, just a nice kid. He was a young fella then. That was back in about, I think, 2009 when he was out here with Barlow World. There was him and Darryl Impey and Baden Cook in the team. But they were really good guys. As you can see across through the interviews, he just comes across as just a down-to-earth sort of fella. He's just a nice kid.
Nunny, you've been around years. You've been watching the tour for years. How do you compare the tour now to back in the 70s?
Yeah, it's stepped up. Just as you know yourself, Nick, the speeds have just gone phenomenal to what they used to be, whether that's what we've heard over the years or not. But the last couple of years where there's no sort of enhancing of the riders or anything, it's stepped up to another level. Even the Richie Ports and these sort of guys, Richie's just grown up, just a Tassie boy. He knows no different. He just knows how just hard training and all those sort of things. Yeah.
It's good that you have that feeling, but what are these guys on to be riding penny farthings like this? Have a look at this crazy footage. And you're amongst them, right?
Yes.
Is this you?
Yes, I'm in amongst this somewhere.
What bike are you on?
No, that's not me, no.
Short choice.
No, I'm up the front there somewhere. Yeah, no, bit of fun. I lived in Tasmania for 10 years and one of the guys I was associated with.
The turning circle's quite impressive.
What is this, a crit for penny farthings?
Yeah, that's the circuit in Avondale. They have it every year. There's the national championships. That looks like the older division there. I don't think the young guys go a little bit quicker than that.
That's you there on the right, isn't it?
Thanks, Nick.
What's the front chainring, 149 or something?
It goes on, the gearing depends on how long your legs are, so that's what size bike you ride.
No hands.
And that's what sort of gear you've got to ride on those bikes. So I ride a little bike, I've got about a 50-inch.
Oh, a little one.
Because I've got little legs.
Yeah.
And so when the big guys get on, like they're riding 60-inch bikes, they've got big gear.
You still got one of those things?
I've got one of them hanging in my shed at the minute.
And just put them up on your roof on top as you're driving from race to race?
Yeah. Gets the looks. You go out riding along the road and people just want to take pictures of you. It's just a bit of fun. So it's great.
Fantastic stuff. So what's for you in the future? Going to stick with these guys for a while through the NRS series, etc.?
Yeah, we've got a couple of another 2 weeks away. We go up to another NRS race down in Gippsland. and then we've got a couple of the other rounds later on in the year. We're hoping to defend the national.
And they're doing a lot of double stages too, aren't they? Which is unusual.
Yeah, Gippsland.
Oh.
It's usually back to back. They usually have morning and afternoon stages, which is very hard on the boys.
Some of
hard
the
on crews.
races in years gone by, they've had 3 stages a day, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's logistically quite stressful.
As well for the riders as well as the crew. It's just hard work for everybody. At the end of a tour, it's hard work.
All right. Well, look, if anyone can get our roller maniacs up for this next challenge, it's you. Could you stick around and help us out?
I'll do that for you, Ed.
Yeah, wonderful. Lovely to meet you. Thanks for that. We've got some goodies
Got
for
a
you
little
too.
gift for you, Nunny.
Oh, thank you very much.
Don't drink that before the roller derby,
I
will
won't.
you?
Ah,
Or
very
before climbing onto a giant penny farthing.
good. Thanks very much, Ed.